Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Blush Lily here. Welcome to this reading where we're going to be finding out who you guys are going to marry. So we're going to be taking a look at when you're most likely to meet, how, first impressions, anything and everything we can find out about your future spouse and your relationship dynamic. So make sure you stick until the end of your option to find out everything that you need to. 3 options for today's reading. And this is option number 1, and this is option number 2, and option number 3. See which one you're also drawn to. Don't overthink it. And let's go ahead and begin. Alright, my lovely option number 1. Hi and welcome to your reading, guys. Let's take a look at the message that is on this gorgeous card. Okay, so we are talking about passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So I'm going to have to go ahead and tell you guys right from the beginning that when it comes to you and your future spouse, there's a very strong sensual attraction. There's a very strong chemistry that the two of you are going to have, and your relationship is going to be a passionate one. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the story of how the two of you meet. Maybe you already know each other. Who knows? We'll take a look. How and when are you most likely to meet your future spouse? Maybe you already met them. And there's somebody out there how very interesting. It's funny how I mentioned it, but it's this energy where you might already know your future spouse. Because they give me somebody who is younger than you are, somebody who's quite romantic. Are you in a relationship with them? No, not yet. Okay. What's happening over here with the devil? Okay. So it's quite interesting because for some of you, there's this indication that this person is present in your life. But it's either they are still in some sort of situationship, or you could be in a situationship with them, because they're giving me the energy of a relationship not being formed. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's, you know, this person, there's some sort of attraction, there's some sort of chemistry between the two of you, but it kind of feels like this person, or maybe it's you as well, there's no relationship as such, because it's either somebody else is present, or the devil is also talking about fears. Okay. Let me see what else is coming up over here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy is coming through over here. It almost feels like this person, your future spouse, at this particular time, there's no way forward. There's no way forward for whatever reason. They want to make a move. They want to have this progress. But so I'm going to have to say this, guys. It's either this person is not completely free, or they have some sort of fear when it comes to commitment, some sort of fear when it comes to attachment, and that needs to be worked on. Okay. Then let's go ahead and take a look at this person, because you already know your future spouse. So I'm going to change the questions a little bit for you. If that doesn't sound like you choose one of the other options, this is a general reading. But I want to take a look at the story of option number 1. And it just keep giving me this king of what you call them? King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, KPMB, maybe being the initials over here. Somebody who's very, I would say normally, they're quite ambitious. But now I'm getting this energy where they have a lot to deal with. And it's kind of like they lost their mojo. And they're trying to, yeah, look at this. For some of you, you like decided to go your separate ways. It feels like this person is going to come back into your life. This isn't over. This is what they keep telling me. This isn't over. Yeah, I'm getting somebody in separation over here. In separation or, you know, at a distance. But the truth is, neither one of you can live without each other. You can't relax without each other. And the cards keep telling me it feels like there's no way forward. It's like you can't find some sort of compromise. Because it's either that you feel unwanted because they are not sure. And you're like, well, I can't be, you know, somebody who is an option. I want to be like the priority. And maybe you found something out when it comes to social media. Maybe they were talking to somebody or they were hiding something from you over here. Might also be a question of money, where they're struggling with money and they feel like they don't have a lot to offer. Very interesting. Okay. If that sounds like your story, guys, keep on watching, because now we're going to be taking a look at what's going to be happening next. Because the cards keep telling me that this is your future spouse, you know? So what's going to be happening next? And maybe a time frame, if we can get it. They're like, you're going to get married anyway. You're going to get married anyway. But for now, there's need for separation. Now, guys, honestly, like all of these cards, they keep coming through in reverse. They miss you. This person misses you. This person is thinking about you at this particular moment. Heartbroken. Even though they might try to hide it, they might try to pretend everything is okay. Heartbroken. And you both already have some sort of special connection. It's not just the physical one. It's some sort of other connection that isn't allowing the two of you to call it quits once and for all. You keep coming back towards one another. It's like they keep showing you like this emotional roller coaster. So show me what's going to be happening then. Because the cards keep wanting me to tell you the story, but I want to see what's going to happen. Okay, so it feels like somebody is going to... Look at this. Somebody's leaving some sort of house over here. So it's either they're moving out or they're selling their house. There's some sort of a very difficult end that might have to do with a home. There's a relocation that's coming through over here. Relocation, change in the environment, that's being very strongly indicated. You also have somebody influencing your relationship. Somebody is influencing your relationship. But soon what they're showing me is there's going to be a communication where, this could be happening within the next 22 days. Where you will have to make a decision, and it's going to be a difficult decision. But they're going to have a lot to say. This person that you're thinking about, they're going to have a lot to say. Because in one way or another, somehow they managed to sort some sort of situation when it comes to money. Maybe it has something to do with selling their assets, selling their house. And now they're feeling more confident. They want to come back. They get the clarity. There's something about a mutual friend of yours or somebody that you both know, somebody helping you clarify the situation. There's a lot of misunderstanding that's happening over here. He said, she said, and somebody's trying to influence you in a negative way. But to balance this out, you actually have somebody coming through over here who's going to help the two of you make peace with one another. And they keep telling me balance is restored. It's almost like the angels intervene. Yeah, the earth angels, the angels, I don't know. But somebody intervenes over here. Somebody who's very loyal. And the two of you get back together. And they stand up, okay? So for some of you, there's this indication maybe that their mother or their sister or, I don't know, their ex is somehow against the two of you being together, but they're going to stand up. If before they couldn't stand up for you and say, okay, this is the person I choose to be with, this is the person I want to build my life with, and this time they're going to stand up. And it might involve them leaving their family or detaching from their family, cutting cords with their family, but they're going to choose you. They're going to choose you. Okay. Looks like they're going to get some courage, grow a pair, and finally stand up. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the relationship dynamic. Apart from the passion, let me see what else is going to come through. Yeah, ending of a codependent relationship dynamic, that's beautiful. That's just gorgeous. So both of you, you're breaking free from codependent relationship dynamics. Passion is coming through over here. It came through in reverse, but now there's this energy where it's passion reignited. And for both of you, you're going to become wiser, become more mature through whatever it is that had to happen in the past. And you're going to have a more open communication over here, much more open communication. It's not so much about daydreaming. It's not so much about, fearing of what might come, but it's being more grounded. It's feeling free over here and reigniting that spark. Learning to trust each other again. See, if it had something to do with you finding out, I don't know, about some sort of conversations or likes or, being interested in somebody or texting you the same with time as texting as somebody else. It will take you some time to get that trust back. But you want to be able to push through it, honestly. Because here there is something about the family not accepting you, somebody not accepting you. Again, maybe because you're different backgrounds, social classes, whatnot. But I don't think that this is going to matter anymore, to be honest with you, because in your relationship dynamic, yours is not an easy story, but it's a story that's definitely worthy of respect. How you managed to break free from things and people who were holding you back over here. So you're finding your balance. And you're actually finding happiness as well. And if you do want family, guys, there's a very good indication of having a little mini you or mini them, maybe a couple. So yeah, that's what I have for you, my lovely option number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It resonated, brought you some clarity. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're up for a personal reading where we take a look at your situation specifically. Send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So it's the link to my Patreon with over 150 exclusive videos. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye. My lovely option number 2. Hi and welcome. Your little white dove flew in here on this heart-shaped card. Let's take a look at the message. Yes, a new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. All right, so this is a very good start. So for you, straight away, my darlings, I can feel that you are going to be marrying somebody you haven't yet met. With you, it's a brand new person. So now we're going to go and find out how and when you're most likely to meet this person, what they're all about, so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of Cancer energy over here, a lot of Pisces energy as well, for whatever reason. So here what I'm seeing is number 7 coming through as a very important number. You guys could have been born on the 7th. 7 could be your life path number, but let me say this. This is a timeless reading, but what I'm seeing over here is that most likely within the next 7 months, guys, you are going to be meeting your future spouse. Also, July is coming through as an important time, but again, it depends on whenever you're watching this reading. But definitely what I'm seeing over here is we have a period of 7 months. Of course, when we're talking about the Chariot, we're talking about the time of your life when you are moving forwards. This is about progress. This could also be signifying a new beginning. So for some of you, this is a general reading, guys. This could be when you're relocating to a new place or when you are traveling. Either way, I keep hearing the noises of a plane, a train, a car. There's something about movement that's being indicated over here. Okay, so that feels good. And this is again during the time when you're actually feeling good, when you've achieved something and your spirits are very high. And you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm not even sure you're going to be thinking about romance too much when this is going to be happening. And because look at that King of Pentacles. Okay, so he comes through over here. And your future spouse is somebody who is well established, humble, very well off. I would definitely say that this is somebody who makes decisions thinking about them very, very carefully. So they might be a little bit slow when it comes to decisions, but they're very, very reliable. So once they make a decision, it's very difficult to have somebody else persuade them to change their mind, you know, and this is in a good way. So I would definitely say they're quite flexible when it comes to you, because marriage is one thing. But here I'm getting somebody who might own a business, or somebody who has to work with a lot of figures or making a lot of decisions that influence other people as well, you know. So somebody with a lot of authority. And yeah, could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look what else cards are going to come through. Okay, so they're going to be very careful. I believe that this person, usually there's somebody who is very careful when it comes to showing their status at first. Because when you meet for the first time, it's going to be very much along the lines of them not showing off their wealth, not showing what it is that they have, but maybe keeping it as simple. So I wouldn't say it's something along the lines of testing you, but I would definitely say, that this is somebody who's very humble, but they have much more. And once they see that you're somebody who's trustworthy, who's in a relationship with them for the right reasons, and they are willing to invest over here. They come out of nowhere. Gosh, Aries energy, the Emperor. And they will want to marry you pretty much straight away. And this is very interesting because they're telling me like this is somebody who likes to take their time to make a decision, but with you they will know that you are somebody that they want to be together for a very long time. For some of you, there's this energy where you might meet them at a wedding. You go to your friends or your sisters or your brother's wedding, and there's this energy where you just lock eyes. And they're very, very smooth, guys. Your future spouse, they're such a smooth person. Oh my God. They might also be quite artistic for some of you, because they keep showing me somebody who is incredibly talented, but also maybe connected to music or production in some way, one way or another. They're going to sweep you off of your feet, guys. When it comes to first impressions, very smooth. They're very, I would say, for women, I would say elegant. For men, I would say very gentlemanlike. It's almost like old school. This is what they keep telling me, And they invite you out on a date, and there's this very romantic setting that's coming through when it comes to your reading. For both of you, like, okay, you know what? This feels like the wishes keep coming true over here. But they notice you. There's this energy where they notice you first, and something within them just clicks. And they're like, okay, you know what? I want to get closer to this person. And they approach you. But oh my God, guys, smooth and very, very good looking. Like, I'm not going to go too much into detail of how they look, because this is a general reading. But trust me, you will think that they're so, so smooth. And so, like, there's something about them smelling really nice as well. So I don't know, guys, you might be like, for some people, smell is incredibly important. The way that their nails are done, the way that their hair is done, both for men and women. The way that they put their outfit together. It's something that kind of, it acts like this beautiful energy that surrounds you and makes you feel very comfortable. Like, even if you are an introvert, and even if you don't like people very much, with this person, it feels so different. And you catch yourself just being in the moment, rather than overthinking or wondering what it is that they want. With this person, with your future spouse, you're being in the moment. But they are going to be tall. This is one thing I can say about their appearance. They are going to be tall. For some of you, this person might be wearing contacts or glasses. Okay. I want to see if they're going to be younger or older. They're like the passion ignites over here. You know what? They're telling me that it could be that the age difference would be in months. It wouldn't be in years. It would be 9 or 10 months. Okay. But, okay, hold on. The cards are like, wait, but. No, for some of you guys, and this is, if it resonates with you, cool. If you like older, Like if you're drawn to older partners, there could be an age difference of 9 years. But only if you're drawn to that, only if you usually go for somebody who's older. There could be an age difference of 9 years. If that doesn't sound like you, it's 9 months or 10 months. Because I keep saying, you know, guys, this is a general reading here. Okay. Let's see what else we need to know about your future spouse. So we talked about their job. We talked about their character, personality. Anything else that we need to know? And then we'll take a look at your relationship dynamic. And they had to move as well. I'm getting a foreign vibe, guys. For some of you, there's like a foreigner vibe. It's either that they're mixed race or there's like some sort of foreign vibe that's coming through over here. But they've been through a lot. They lost a family over here. But this is somebody who's a fighter, you know? And this is what allows them to have a lot of depth and a lot of experience. Because they lost a lot. But they also picked themselves back up and said, okay, you know what? I'm not a quitter. Mama didn't raise no quitter. They managed to turn things around for themselves. Big time. They like nice restaurants. There's something about nice restaurants. They might be a collector of somebody, of something, not of somebody, oh my God. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they're collecting somebody's, I don't know. But no, they definitely collect something, some sort of cups, you know. So for some of you, in the past, your future spouse could have been somebody who was like an athlete or they competed in something. Interesting. Because here what I'm seeing, it could be, you know, this combination is when somebody is really good when it comes to some sort of sport, and then like they fall and they break something and they can't carry on. Yeah, it's that sort of energy. And I think a lot of people turned away from them when that happened. A lot of people who were supposed to be loyal, they just left them. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at your relationship dynamic with your future spouse. Honesty is the best policy over here. They're telling me that both of you are going to be completely honest with one another over here. There's this energy of spark, an energy of encouraging each other to love one another. To give yourself the love that you want to give. Self-love is true love. Look at this. So this person is going to love you from your head to your toe. I'm going to be willing to put in the effort. There's an indication where they give out a lot of compliments and something, I don't know if they could be a motivational speaker or what, but they have the ability to be a very good guide, a very good mentor to somebody. And once again, they keep talking about something that has to do with music. So for some of you guys are marrying a producer. And I feel for quite a few of you, it has a lot to do with relocation. I'm going to learn how to release control of the situation when it comes to this relationship dynamic. A lot of things are not going to go your way. And you'll be like, oh my God, what's happening over here? But it's going to go the way it needs to go. And you will see that you will get more and you'll be happier than if you were trying to control a lot of things. There's a very big fear of rejection. And you might be trying to control how the other person feels and how they act in order not to feel this fear of rejection. But they're not going to give you that rejection. They're just going to teach you about their love language, and you will teach them about theirs. So you're not going to try and love them the way that you want to be loved, and vice versa. Does that make sense? Like, you'll both open up about what love is to one another, what your love language is. And you both are going to be willing to put the effort in. And let go of the past. Beautiful. Look at this. Letting go of the memories. Freeing yourself. Now, I definitely say, guys, I don't know, here I keep sensing like you are going to start speaking a different language with this person. You're going to learn maybe their language, or you're going to relocate and there's like a new language that needs to be learned. So that's what I'm saying for you, my lovely option number 2. Hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Thanks so much for watching. And if you offer personal readings, send me an email. The email is in the description box below. So it's the link to my Patreon with over 150 exclusive videos. So make sure to check them out. And darlings, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. My lovely option number 3, and welcome to your reading, guys. And let's take a look at the message that your card has for you over here. Okay, you guys are marrying your soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. Okay, so I feel option number 3. This is for those of you, my dears, who have lost all hope in the world that you're going to be meeting somebody whom you're going to love, who's going to love you. But the cards over here are saying, no, that's not the case. You do have a soulmate. You are going to fall in love. I am going to take a different deck, and we will see how and when it's most likely to happen. And with whom. Okay, so just to get you another confirmation over here, guys, you got the gorgeous Lover's card. Okay, so this is the card of love. And we're not talking about an unhealthy attachment. We're not talking about when lust is confused with love. We are not talking about being in love and those crazy emotions that consume you. No, we are talking about love that feels like a beautiful walk in the morning forest with really tall trees and the beautiful sun coming through, you know, with its golden rays through the leaves of those trees. The love that looks like solid, beautiful snowed-in mountains that stand there in their magnificence and beauty. This is the sort of love we're talking about over here. We're talking about something that's calm, something that's present, something that doesn't make you question whether this person loves you or not, whether you are worthy or not. They're also talking about this person being a safe place. So you're going to, guys, marry somebody who's very calm. And maybe for a very long time, calm was boring. But now, it feels like you've come to the place where you've tried all the other types of relationship. And you've finally come to the one that I just explained. You're like, yeah, I've been lied to in the past. So your past is just filled with lies. With lies. And you're like, it's very difficult for me to trust somebody, Blush Lily, because I haven't met anybody who was honest. So it's very difficult for you to envision for the world to be different. but it can be. So you're meeting your future spouse, my darlings, around the time somebody from the past comes back into your life. So this is going to be like a test, if you will, your exam. Because you're meeting your future spouse, like I said, around the time somebody from the past comes back and tries to convince you that they've changed and you know that same old broken record. You're meeting your future spouse at some sort of event over here, an event in a very nice place. When we're talking about the Nine of Pentacles, this could be some sort of hall, you know, like the royal hall, or this could be a hotel that is very nice and posh and very well decorated. And this could be some sort of event that has to do with a gallery opening. You get the drift, right? This, for some of you, could also be a concert, a symphony, an opera, places like this. And I'm not even going to be surprised if on the same day you run into your ex, or they text you and you meet your future spouse. Very simple. You're nicely dressed, you're looking fine, you're smelling good, you're in a good mood despite of everything that's going on. And you just start a conversation about the performance, about the art, about whatever. The conversation flows over here. This place could be a little bit out of town because they're showing me the boat. So it might be a place where there are boats nearby. Could be yachts for some of you, could be boats. Fishing boats. Okay. And you just know that this is your person with the Two of Cups. So it's funny how I mentioned like the exam that you're going to have. I mean, your future self and your spiritual team, they're laughing. They're saying it's not really going to be a test or an exam because it's just going to be a very good way to show you how somebody treated you in the past versus how somebody's going to treat you over here. Because your future spouse, they come through with a lot of respect. And they come through with, how do I put this? They don't try to force or control anything. They apply a little bit of pressure in a good way when they need to, especially when we're talking about a man who's going to be pursuing a woman. They're going to show interest. They're going to try and make you feel very comfortable. But again, this is not the sort of person who is going to chase somebody or convince somebody. No. They respect you. If you tell them no, they will respectfully bow out, right? So it's a very healthy, very mutual attachment that's happening that turns into love. Not through the idealization of each other, but actually by getting to know one another. Yeah? Let me see when this could be happening. Your ex is going to be very upset that you have somebody new. Okay, guys. So there's definitely the energy of 7s and 3s that's happening in this particular reading. So I would definitely say, this could be happening within the period of the next 10 months. 10-month October is coming through as an important number. 10-month up to a year. Okay. Let me talk a little bit about first impressions over here. Your first impression of them? Fun. Somebody who's fun. Somebody who knows their stuff. Good looking. You can feel very relaxed next to them. Their first impression of you? Also fun. Also somebody they would really like to get to know. And they might know somebody who you know, and somebody will definitely say something very positive about you. So yeah, it's this really smooth, beautiful energy that's coming through. And very good looking, very good looking. They'll think that, oof, oof, you're very good looking. Oh, this is gorgeous. By the way, your future spouse is going to remind you of somebody over here, guys. Not your exes, but maybe some sort of actor or an actress. You'll be like, oh my God, the resemblance is uncanny. Okay. Show me a little bit more about your future spouse, maybe what they do for a living. I'm going to get a couple of options because, again, this is a general reading. As a matter of fact, let me grab a different deck for this one. And then we'll take a look at your relationship dynamic. Okay, so this is definitely somebody who I would say has their business. Definitely. There's something about investment that's coming through over here. For some of you, it's transportation of goods overseas, like things like cargoes and things like this. For some of you, it's somebody who works in the tourist industry. For some of you, it's somebody who works in publishing. But they're also showing me an accountant. Okay. Show me a little bit about their physical appearance. That's going to be different for everybody. But why don't we go ahead and see? They're like, no. Why not? No, because everybody has their own dream. Okay. So I'm just going to say this, guys. I'm seeing a lot of people with curly hair. Curly or wavy hair. If we're talking about men, they most likely are going to have a beard. A beard or a mustache is coming through over here. But I'm seeing a lot of brown, black hair. Maybe with a little bit of red for some of you. But there's something about them being curly. Curly or wavy. There's this handsome sink man over here. Very classy. I'm just going to say this. Their appearance is very, very classy. And very sexy as well. Classy, sexy, but you know, sexy in a classy way. Seductive. Very, a very intellectual person. Their mind is sexy, you know? Their mind is sexy. This is what the cards keep telling me. Okay, let's talk about your relationship dynamic a little bit. Loving words, loving communication. Okay, you know that those couple that can really call each other horrible names and things like this. For you, what I'm seeing is that you both have so much respect for each other that even if you like get on each other's last nerve and you piss each other off, there is never like this name calling or never saying something that you know you will have to apologize for or they will have to apologize for. There is no calling each other horrible words. There is no blame that's coming through over here. Because with you, your relationship dynamic, you know, even if you piss each other off, you talk about the problem. You don't talk about the person. And this is beautiful because a lot of people, they call each other those horrible, horrible names. They say horrible, hurtful things. And then it's not about the problem anymore. It's about, you know, what they actually think about another. But with you, it's different. So communication is very loving. When you have to spend time apart, the communication is always present. The communication is very, very stable. I see that there aren't going to be a lot of days when you go without communication. It's the simple, hey babe, I'm going to be busy today. Like, don't think I'm ignoring you or whatever. I'm here for you if you need me. So even if they can't give you that constant communication, they are still going to let you know that they think of you. And they will always find a way. Also, there's some sort of sweetness that's coming through when we're talking about little love notes. Oh, I love it. You're going to be able to open up about your fears over here. Maybe you guys have a lot of phobias, right? Not necessarily about relationship, but maybe, you guys are claustrophobic, or I don't know, you don't like when the water is really deep and whatnot, you don't like the dark. And if before you thought, oh my God, somebody might think I'm weird, or somebody made you feel like silly for having those phobias, with your future spouse, you're actually going to be able to open up and heal those things, yeah? Like, they're going to be very understanding. And even, again, you're not always going to agree on everything. That only happens in fairy tales. But even when you find something to disagree upon, you're still going to give each other that respect and that support. Saying, babe, I don't understand you, but, I support you, whatever. Okay, so your flirty side is going to come out a little bit later on in your relationship. Might be a little bit shy at first. Fear of rejection. But this is a soul connection. There might be, I don't see this influence being very strong, but somebody might gossip a little bit about you, or especially just to hurt you, mention their ex or something like this. And they're saying, don't pay attention to that, because you're meant to be together. Especially those people who are just, I don't know, they're just toxic, whatever. And they're like, oh, but their ex was this and that. And you're like, well, so what? Their ex is their ex. And I'm their future, I'm their present, I'm their everything. So don't pay attention to any of that BS, because you and this person, you're meant to be together. You're meant to be together. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. My lovely option number 3. Hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. If you're up for a personal one about your future spouse, send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So it's the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. Alright guys, take care of your fantastic selves now. Bye.